All right, yeah, I think y'all should be able to hear me now. I didn't know that I had to click this other button for to go live on there.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, let me know if you can hear me on there
Okay, let me go and see.
to go live on there.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, let me know if you can hear me on there
Okay, let me go and see.
to go live on there. Yeah, do you hear me? Is
Okay.
my voice coming through?
Okay, let me go and
Yeah,
see.
let me know if you can hear me on there. Okay, cool, cool, cool.
Okay, let me go and see.
Now we in action. Yeah, do you hear me?
Okay.
Now we in action. Yeah, my bad. My bad, my bad, my bad. All right, cool. Now,
Yeah, let me close this out so I'll make sure that this is coming from YouTube and not Discord.
yeah. Hey Q, in the general chat, use the YouTube link so you can be able to see my screen in there. I
Yeah,
had to
let
come in
me
here to
close
fix
this
this
out
shit.
so I'll make sure that this is coming from YouTube and not Discord.
Yeah. Hey Q, in the general. All right, so let me go ahead and start back over here, guys. Welcome everyone to Taps in Academy's Thursday
Yeah,
Tokyo
let me
session.
close this out so I'll make sure that this is
Hold
coming
on,
from
is that
YouTube
too
and not
me?
Discord.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, welcome to the live stream here on for Tokyo. Pretty much what my goal with this is to help you guys out with mapping out my ideas, what I'm seeing in the markets for gold, US 30, and Nasdaq. Pretty much with this is just to be able to help you guys out, make things a bit easier. Okay. Um, a bit of a delayed voice because I can hear your sound in Discord. Yeah, there's a bigger latency with the YouTube live than Discord. It's ridiculous. Like it's crazy. Um, I'm just glad our live sessions aren't on YouTube because that would honestly kind of screw people up a little bit. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it. Let's do this breakdown, and hopefully you guys can use it to make some money. Let's get it. So with this right here, right now, we're looking at gold. Okay, gold wise, let me go back to my 1 hour. Okay, so when I look at the 1 hour here, we're making higher highs, higher lows. Got a little bit of consolidation here, but we still continue the trend. And then we came down. To me, I didn't want her to break this, but this isn't the low. This right here is the low. So technically, it could still buy up off of this zone and continue the higher high, higher low trend. So what I would want to see, what I could see happening is this. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute real quick because when you look at this right here, we have this area of consolidation. All right, this area consolidation is a mitigation candle on higher time frames. Okay, we have this mitigated zone here. Let's go to our 4 hour. We have our mitigation right here. So we got this 4 hour mitigation. And personally, for me to have safe buys, I want closure back up above this. Okay. When we get closure back up above this, I do think that the on the 4 hour gold can come up and refill this whole fair value gap and then having a nice move down. Um, but there's a couple things that can happen. I could see it, doing something like this, trade up above. Let me actually move this up. It's supposed to be up here. And come up above there. I'm gonna redo that. And this up to there. That's still 180. Back up to the top is that. So that's like if you want to be able to be in confirmed, confident buys, like me personally. Because even when you scroll down on the 5 minute, you can see here we have all this sell pressure coming down, and then we have these mitigation candles right here. These two random bullish candles. Okay, so this area of mitigation right here is letting me know that each time that we get to this area within the algorithm, they have some type of reaction. When they were selling down through here, they were buying right here to take profits on their sales. Now that we came back up to that same area that they took profits from before, they're using it as a resistance, pushing price back down. So price could end up not even coming back up there, and it could just double top right here, hit double top right there, boom, boom, like that, and then having to drop down from here and continuing on with its sells. Because these sells that it had was absolutely ridiculous. It could easily do something like this, very, very easily. Okay. If you want to have confirmed sells, me personally, I would wait for this low right here to be broken and then retest it. So that's basically previous day to be retested. And then from there, this fair value gap right here will end up getting filled as well. So I would love to see price close filling this fair value gap, retest on the previous day, maybe even the 5 minute SMA, and then continued sells on down. For the time being, there's just so much selling pressure. We're at an area of supply. I would just think to sell, look for this sell opportunity like this, unless the buy opportunity happens up here where you get that breakout above this zone and then pull back into it, and then you buy back up, probably up to these lows. I would target these lows right here. If you're gonna look at waiting for this to break up, close up, close up above this 27.57, pull back into the zone, give another bullish sign, and then entry. Okay, because right now this is acting as supply. So once we can hopefully trade up above, it can act as demand and be on our side, and make things a lot easier for us. A lot easier. But that's pretty much what I'm looking at on gold as of right now. Can you turn up the volume a little bit? I have mine on max. Yeah, give me 1 second. Is this better? Is this better? Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Hey, Miss Pauline. And also good night to you as well too. Good night, good night. Hope you enjoy it. Got some news tomorrow morning as well too. Check that real fast. Yeah, we got unemployment tomorrow and ISM's PMI. So yeah, we got some boulders tomorrow. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions about what I've gone over so far, or gold in general, or anything like that? Because I want you guys to take as much advantage of this as possible, guys. My goal with this is that I'm not going to be up here to, live all night or anything like that. It's really just to give you guys the outline and the tool, and then from there you guys can be able to execute. Because the biggest thing that I teach in Tapped In Academy is being able to become your own independent trader. You know what I mean? I don't want you guys to be dependent on me or someone else. Because at the end of the day, it's like, especially if you're looking to trade so you can be able to have more freedom and more free time and away from following someone else's, rules and sayings, all you just did was just quit one job to listen to someone else telling you what to do. God, something happened to me and I'm not there. What happens to your money? You know what I mean? I don't want that. I want people to be fully independent, with the skills that they have. So at any point in time, they can go ahead and get after it and make the money that they want. You feel me? So that's pretty much that. But like I said, I'll leave it here a couple minutes for anyone that has gold questions, and then I'll move on towards US 30 or NAS. I'm gonna get some water real fast. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. All right, cool. I'm glad that's working better for you, Anthony. All right, so no questions on gold. Go ahead and take a picture of it if you want. Uh, Matter of fact, I could actually do this. All right, guys. If you click that link in the chat, you'll actually have access to my chart, my gold chart. You can be able to see it directly in your own screen, like my exact markups and all that. Oh man. All right, gang. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. All right, gang. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. We're gonna go ahead and talk about US of 30. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, let me send out a post real quick. Whoops. Where's the post? Oh, here it is. I'll forgot to put it somewhere to let people know that we're live. All right, guys, we are live right now on YouTube, so make sure you go ahead and use that link down below. You'll be able to watch the video even after the live session, so you can be able to see what I'm looking at for the markets for this session and also for Friday and so on and so forth. So if you want to go ahead and tap in, hit that link down below. All right, guys, we are live right now on YouTube, so make sure you go ahead and use that link down below. You'll be able to watch the video even after the live session, so you can be able to see what I'm looking at for the markets for this session and also for Friday and so on and so forth. So if you want to go ahead and tap in, hit that link down below. All right, guys, we are live right now on YouTube, so make sure you go ahead and use that link down below. You'll be able to watch the video even after the live session, so you can be able to see what I'm looking at for the markets for this session and also for Friday and so on and so forth. So if you want to go ahead and tap in, hit that. All right, I did my part. Let's get back to it. Na 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 na. Yeah, so he said, "Will this live be recorded and available for later?" It should. It's supposed to. It's supposed to save itself. It's supposed to. All right. Excuse me. Also on gold, I did forget to mention, we do have a bit of a price void right here, where the market had closed down here, but it opened up here. So price could just retrace down low enough to come on down and get her. Where's yeah, right here. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to US of 30. Oh, 1 hour. I'm not gonna lie, I have been hoping for US 30 to buy all the way up to this purple line, and then it started selling, and I was like, it's not gonna come to my purple line. I've been wanting this for a while. This is a anchored VWAP that's then been there since October. I was really, really hoping for it because when it touched right here, oh man, absolutely freaking melted. But regardless of the fact, well, I got some clean charts here. Excuse me. Yeah, this thing like is just gonna keep on selling. I ain't gonna hold you. Cause like when I'm looking at this, I see that we took out this low right here, but we've already taken out the low, pulled back, and came right back down. So it's not. I think we're still dropping. The next area of liquidity, I think it's going for because we do have this mitigation right here that is holding up. I don't know if y'all can see that, but these two candles right here. This is the two. Oh gosh. Well, this is a two candle mitigation formation right here. Still look at it and pay attention to that, but we've already gone below. Yeah, you've already gone below it, pull it back, and right back at it again. So more closure below this blue line, or where this should be. Put it on. Put on. Oh, it's already on it. Yeah, closure below this quarter point, retest on it, sells. Would be like the higher probability to me for some continuations. Below this line,
Could see some
or where
gapping.
this would be. Put it on. Put on. Oh, it's already on it. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and zoom down a bit. Yeah, so when I look at this here, it's normal, nice bullish formation. Pull back into fair value gap, drop after making an order block. Creation of fair value gap, completely cleaned up and drop through. Um, we have closure below these lows, like I mentioned before. So yeah, I just think it's gonna keep selling. Like we can end up seeing these same lows right here being used as supply. Oh, yep. We already got an order block here. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for yawning, y'all. I accidentally fell asleep and I woke. It was one of those like when you pass out and you wake up and you're looking around like, what the fuck happened? That's literally what happened to me, and I'm still tired. I'm still freaking tired. Like I feel like I got drugged. Um, what? Oh, it is time to go outside. 1 second. Just put her out. But yeah, yeah, we got an order block right here, so I definitely see this as supply. What would be really nice is that if it's gonna retest this, I would love to see it make a new low, because once we make this new low like this and we pull back, rejections off of this 15-minute SMA line right here, which is what this red line is. Rejections off that 15-minute SMA would be, to me, beautiful for the downside. All right, I just wanted to continue to do what it was already doing. Excuse me. With making lower lows and lower high, lower low, lower high. So if I'm gonna want to, follow the trend and hop on the winning train, I want to see the pattern. Make a new low, like cool. Then I want to see a pullback. It could pull back to just the previous day. It could just do that because this right here, how I was making these smaller candles right here, this is a bit of friction in that zone where price is holding steady at that area. So we could see it break this low right here, and then pull back into that friction zone, and then that's where I would want to sell and catch my continuation. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. All right, let me put this dog out. All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, so I'm back. So this is pretty much my bearish side of things. If I'm going to want to buy, like if for whatever reason you really, really must buy, like gun to your head, you got to buy, I'd wait for trading above this. I know it's a long way. I know it's a long, long way. I'd either wait for trading above this if it doesn't come down and reject off this demand, because it has to for me to gun to my head have to buy. Let's move this out the way. All right, like I said, gun to my head have to make a move. I would look at pretty much this right here. I would want to see it come down, hit this demand, reject. I want to see it start to close above some mitigation candles and stuff like that when it comes up here. Pull back to it for a retest, and then continuation, making a third leg extension. All right. Once I see that right here, and then we come up closing above some mitigations, you can take a buy position like this, stop loss below the lows, of course, and then targeting these highs up here. Okay. This right here is a high risk to reward play. It's about a 1 to 4.6 play. But right now, to me, I think it's a lower probability play just because we've had so much selling right now. Okay. We've already had a rejection right here before, which is cool, but it still is selling down. We had a double top right here with a little bit of a slightly lower low, broke the lows, pulled back to the lows, and then dump. Okay. And to me, that's it targeting external liquidity, which is down here. It's already came down, took out a level of liquidity from over here. From over here, it took this liquidity out, had its reaction, and now push right back down. All right. So, excuse me. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I would be looking at for gold. Me initially, I would more so want the sell just to continue the trend. Obviously, it'd be a nice overnight hold, and yeah, that's pretty much my US 30 breakdown. This play could be better for those that trade London session, but do keep in mind that we have major red folder news pre-market tomorrow. Um, so London could consolidate. It could consolidate, or it could be the manipulation part of things, to where Tokyo accumulates, London manipulates, and then New York distributes. Okay, it's a very, very common thing. You'll see in the charts where it'll look like this. So this is Tokyo. London starts. New York starts. Oh wait, I'm trying to make a little, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we have our accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and it happens all the time with the sessions. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Sometimes. Now the reason why I have this idea, let me kind of go in a little bit more thought, I guess. The reason why I have this thought is because when we have red folder news coming up, all right, when we have a red folder news coming up in the week, sometimes the market sessions can align up with accumulation, manipulation, distribution, because it's how they're anticipating and trying to wait for what the news is going to be so they can make their move. And it just happens from when news is coming out and they don't know what it is, everyone just waits. Then the market accumulates. Time gets closer to it. People start to speculate on what they think it is. Oh, I think it's gonna go up. Oh, I think it's gonna go down. And then you start to see more entries and stuff like that for the manipulation. And then news actually hits, and then the market makers actually move the markets, and now you actually have distribution and stuff like that. Market makers are also involved inside the manipulation side of things, because some market makers will know wholeheartedly that they want to put on $10 million worth of sells, but they don't know how the market is going to react. So they want to test the waters with putting in certain orders. So that's why you could see market consolidating, like it's bouncing in between two zones, and they're just trying to see how the market is reacting to when they start to sell. Does the market all like gobble the sales back up in the sense of they just buy it right back up, or do they fear, they have FOMO and they just start selling off and selling as well too? You know what I'm saying? And that can cause accumulation. and then them also doing that, say if like they pushed it a little too far, or they wanted to push it up to a certain place, push it up high enough to, like this, they want to push it up high enough to get the best entry for the sell, then they're manipulating, and now they're distributing back down for their profits and their sales. So there's a lot of ways that you can look at it. It's just a pattern that I've seen happen from experience over time, and it's something that you guys will slowly start to get a feel for as well too. But yeah, but does anybody have US 30 questions or anything like that? Anybody? I know there's a delay, so I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Let you guys catch up. Oh, excuse me. Goodness gracious. All right, all right. All right, so no questions. One second. Excuse me. All right, so last but not least, the redhead stepchild Nasdaq herself. I got nothing against redheads, honestly. I'll tell you that right now. I've met some pretty fine redheads. You feel me? So if you're a fine redhead, let me get back to the charts. Um, yeah. So we got some fair value gaps. We got some gaps here, buddy. Some major ones. And it looks like we're getting a inverted head and shoulders wicking up. Oh my gosh, this buy opportunity is ridiculous. The buy risk reward is absolutely redonkulous. Absolutely redonkulous. Yeah, at least this one, I think. All right, so I'm gonna put a fair value gap. My gone box on this fair value gap right here. I was just using this to measure it out. Yeah, essentially what I would want to see if I'm going to buy this, I like that it's cleaning up this price void right here. Probably it'll probably come down one more time. I want to see it make a couple extensions like that, and then I want to get in on this one. Yes. So at that point, the 5 minute SMA should be below as well too. All right, my bad. I had to let the dog back in. All right, let's see. Yeah, so the reason why I'm saying that I want this is because I want to see this high up here get broken, retested, and then push up. We could have a fair value gap in this zone somewhere created that is just pulling back into to push back up and grab. I mean, push up and target this internal liquidity up here. And and yeah. Now, if I'm going to sell, I want to see a break and retest on this low right here. Or I'm going to look for some type of selling pressure off of this. Truthfully, I'm still bearish on Nas, and with me being bearish, I'd rather see it buy up now and then sell later, personally. Because like if it's just gonna sell now, that's fine. We still make money. But if it pulls back, it's already come down here once, and if we know that, and if it's continuing the higher high, higher low, then the idea is for it to break this bottom and then grant us a lower lows, more profits. You know what I mean? So for the sales that I'm bearish for, I want it to buy first. Okay. Am I saying that I'm going to buy NAS? No, I don't even trade NAS right now. I'm focused 100% on US 30 and gold, if I'm being flat out honest. Okay. So when it comes to this, that's pretty much what I would look at for the buy side of things. Should I move that to the side? I am so sorry for yawning, guys. I am trying. I am trying. I was supposed to go get a coffee, but I didn't. That was what I was supposed to do right before I passed out because I was tired. Um. Yeah. Any questions on NAS? Anything? 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 Also, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate it. So these are indicators that I created. So I have my trendsetter indicator, which is pretty much showing you everything that's on the screen except for the red line. So the trendsetter indicator, it literally shows you, hold on, let me turn on all the features. Where is it? All right. So, oh, damn it. All right. So the trendsetter indicator that I made for you guys, it'll show you break of structure and change of character. It shows you bearish momentum, bullish momentum whenever it's popping up in the markets. So as you can see here, it's letting you know we had some bearish momentum and we started to get bullish up here, but then we turned back bearish. So if that's the case, you can start to look for sells, especially after we have a bearish change of character. And as you see, we start to have retest sells off of our SMA and our VWAP line here as well too. And you can literally just easily just sell, like bearish change of character, bearish momentum, bearish retest, sell, 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 sell. We got another bearish momentum. Look for a bearish retest, and then sell, 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 sell. It's just a tool to be able to help out with seeing those things. Me personally, I have my labels turned off, so I have the lines for break of structure and change of character, but I can see it with my eyes. I just made this for y'all so that it's easier for you guys. But this is something that all of my students have access to. Outside of that, the only other ones that I use are is R3 and then Wolf, which is literally just showing trade setups. And so these are all just different things that I made. So all the students that are in Tap 10 Academy for like my daily live streams, you'll automatically have access to the trendsetter itself. So I'll drop a link for you guys to be able to take action on it, because right now the live streams, actually tomorrow, I'll go ahead and start it up today, but right now my lifetime for my live streams are half off for lifetime access, and that means that you'll have the trendsetter for life as well too. But here, give me 1 second, and I'll go ahead and drop the link with the code. But please go ahead and fire away with more questions while I get this taken care of. And yeah, I want to help you guys out. I want you guys to win. Because the last thing that I want you guys to do is have a bad Friday and then the markets close and you're just carrying that shit all weekend. Like, this shit sucks. Shit really, really sucks. So don't want that. Don't want that. No, 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 no. All right, we're looking at page 2. Here we go. All right, guys. I got the link and discount code pinned up to the top for you guys. So you guys can be able to get access to that. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me on Instagram. And yeah, I feel like I'm not too hard to get a hold of as long as you're polite. But yeah, let's go ahead and get back to the sauce, the secret sauce, the sauce. All right. So wait, hold on a second. Shit's moving right now. What's going on? Oh, 30 decides to start buying. All right, that's fine. Today's class, I had wrote down somewhere what today was going to be about. Where the fuck did I put it? Let's see here. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, the class. Do 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 do. Um, where did I put it? I literally just wrote it down. All right. Well, we are going to just go over market structure. All right. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. Multi-time frame analysis. So we're going to talk about what to look for when you're wanting to try to enter your trades based off different time frames. So say for example of how I look at my trades, okay? I do like to look at, the higher time frames just to go ahead and look at location and trend itself. Okay, so say for example, I'm looking at like the 4 hour and the 1 hour to figure out, hey, is this a very strong demand? Is this a strong supply? Because say if we start to turn around, I can look at that higher time frame to see, are we just making a higher low, or are we like timber falling? You know what I mean? Like we're making a new low in the sense that it's a lower low, so that sell off could be even more aggressive. Okay, because one of the also things I want you to understand is that selling in a uptrend will have a higher probability, will always be a lower probability win versus selling in a downtrend. Always. Okay. Yes, you can go ahead and catch that move down, but let's just say this move right here stopped right here. Okay. So let's say that it came down. Oh, you know what? We can actually do this. We can do a bit like this. Yeah, so let's say it came down to this area right here. Because on our 1 hour and our 4 hour, we're like, we need to find some type of course, in the 1 hour, it looks like this. But, anyways, let's just say it came down to this area. Essentially, what we want to see is it on the low time frame is to slow down and move this other stuff out the way. Oh, come on. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I need all this to just move left. I mean, right. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so, this is making it mad difficult on this replay, so I want to stay in the 5 minute. So we know this is our high time frame demand. If I'm going to want to get into this, I need to make sure that the buyers are there. Because if you pay attention to this, as long as you're right about the direction, there's plenty of opportunity to get into the trade and win, as long as you're right about the direction. And that's when you're trading off of these high time frame levels. So having the multi-time frame analysis is going to help out a lot. Once again, I'm using that 1 hour and that 4 hour to find my location of where I actually want to take my trade. And so now that we're here, I'm going to wait for certain bullish reversal patterns before I get into this trade, because right now when I look at it on this time frame, all this is just a simple pullback. This isn't a reversal. This isn't it, buyers showing up and, showing their ass or anything like that. This is just a simple pullback. Okay. For me to say that this is a full on reversal, I needed to go ahead and slow down here. It doesn't have to do this, but I need to see something along these lines where we see slowing down in this area, orders building up, liquidity building up below, because if we have consolidation right here, stop losses are being placed above this area right here and above this area right here. Okay. So now with stop losses being placed above here and here, both sides of them have something to protect. Okay. Whenever they're selling down and they're starting to get out of their trades, completely getting out of their trade, it starts to slow down and show consolidation as they're shuffling out of their positions. Because say if they just put in, $20 million to sell and now they're up $50 million, they're not just going to close $50 million immediately, because one, that amount of buying volume has to be there to do it. So essentially what they're doing with this consolidation, they're coming up, down to trigger more people into buying, because they're trying to get out of their sells and take partials. Okay. So with that being said, I want to see it break this high first, come back to that high, retest, and then come back up from there. When this happens, we could end up seeing some type of mitigation candle right here that'll act as another part of demand, and we could also end up seeing an order block right here, followed up by a fair value gap, and then into mitigation, and then possibly another order block up, like bearish order block right here. Okay, this is a very, very common play, and this is honestly one of my favorite reversal patterns as well too. It's one of my absolute favorites. Honestly, I would love to see it. If it's going to continue, if it's going to be a high time frame continuation, then I could, let's just, once again, in this theory, this hasn't happened yet, but in theory, if that happened at my high time frame area, I could be able to take this up to these highs. Okay. But let's go back to reality. In reality, we're waiting for that to happen. We want to see it accumulate, break some type of high, make a new demand, and retest it. We don't get none of that. None of it. So just because you get to your high time frame zones, that doesn't mean just enter into your trades. All right. A lot of times people are correct about where they enter their trade, but they're just wrong about when to do it. All the time people are right about where. They're just wrong about when. You know? And I think that this can be one of those things that help you guys out with doing better at when. You know? So for example, we went past that area there. What is our next high time frame landing zone? It would be this low here. We got a fair value gap right there. We already came down to it, but we could see something bounce off these lows down here. All right. So I want to see I want to see the market come down to there, and then possibly do some at that point. Oh, this is way too slow to click through. And this is where we are. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Like right now, for example, we sold through that high time frame zone. We came back to it, retested it. Like I said earlier, personally, I wouldn't be against selling. That's initially what I would try to do. I would want to see it come down, push back up, and then dump. If you want to get that previous day retest, because we get that previous day retest without it like trading above this high, that's really good. Because this right here, out of this whole drop, this is the only actual pullback that's happened yet. Okay, we are making stair steps. That's why I want to see this low right here broken and then retest it first. Um, but that's another example of high time frame. You know, waiting for it to come to your zone and then taking the reaction and stuff like that. We can end up seeing the same thing for this over here. We have a 1 hour's low that we wanted to see some potential buys off of. So we go down to our lower time frame to see how price approached this area. And in all honesty, it almost did it. It really, really did. All right. So as you can see here, we came down into our zone. We made it almost like an inverted right here. And some people could have got into their buys right there. Some people may have gotten in. All right. But it still hasn't came all the way down into that box just yet. It did give, a nice play off of it as far as that little rejection. But I want to see an extension. Okay. So now what we're seeing price doing is that it came back into that area. It's wicking out. So buyers are starting to show, but I still want to see a change of character. And we just never get that change of character. And the change of character would have looked like actual like stair steps up. You know what I'm saying? Just like we stair step down, I expected to stair step up on that lower time frame. Hold on, let me look at the screen here. I have not been looking at questions. I've just been on here yapping. My boy said the Dodgers won. It's gonna be a great weekend. Yeah, y'all make sure you stay safe, my dog. Stay safe, please. I'm sure y'all probably couldn't have been any wilder than New York after a win or a loss, but yeah, just stay safe. So yeah, we did end up getting because when it made this formation right here, I love that. I love this little fight here between the buyers and the sellers right on demand. Because now when we see them fight and then say it breaks out to the top, we know the buyers won the fight where and the sellers actually tried. You know what I mean? That to me is a bigger deal, knowing that the sellers tried and the buyers still won. Okay. So say if we broke out to that top side, boom, boom, that's where I wanted to see that sell. But now since we already came through consolidated, all we can do is use this as supply. That's the smartest thing to do and the best thing to do. We come up to this, you use it as supply. Simple as that. But this is how multi-time frame analysis works on the simplest form. It's just once again finding your high time frame areas and then waiting for low time frame to do what you want. That's how you're going to catch those plays that are running 150 points, 100, well, just even 100 points, 150, 200, 300. That's how you catch those plays. All right. It does take a bit of patience um, and timing. Timing is very, very important. All right. So, and as you can see here, it even comes up to it, retest, double top, and still sells down. Uh, right. Now, if for whatever reason, like that was my Tokyo. What I would be looking at for New York though, honestly, now that I think about it, we can't really. I don't really want to even say what I would look for because we have those red folder news, so anything could fucking happen. But just be aware, we are following the possibility of coming down, pushing up, making a head and shoulders right off this mitigation and this left shoulder right here. All right, we could come up here and bullshit and then dump, but also do understand the head and shoulders is still eligible to happen, even if it goes above the shoulder right here. All right, it can come up all the way up to here and still drop, and it still technically be a head and shoulders. Okay, it just can't happen above this high. Okay, but premier spot for that to happen is I think this 4 hour fair value gap. Median spot on it is median spot's right here. So just above this high, right into this inversion fair value gap. Yeah. So New York wise, we could see it buy up to the 2761 and have some sell downs. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's new. We got red folders, bro. It's NFP. You never know what to expect. But yes, last minute though, does anybody have any questions or anything like that? I don't mean to make this like a long video or anything like that as well. Um, but yeah, any questions? Mm-mm-mm. What is this? All right. All right, guys. So I guess no questions. Ugh. If y'all need anything, I'm gonna go ahead and put my Instagram in the chat for you guys as well, so y'all can actually reach out to me directly. What session would you recommend for Nas New York? I would recommend New York. Okay, just got that message sent out. Appreciate it. Yeah, anytime, Kamar. Yeah, if you need anything, like I said, just reach out and I'll try to do my best to take care of you. All right, but peace out, everybody. Hope you have a great Friday and a great weekend. And stay safe on the streets, y'all. It's Halloween. Some people be doing weird, freaky shit. Some weird, freaky shit out there. But yeah, stay safe, y'all. Peace.